what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. Into the front court, it's Irving. Looking to make something happen. Good. Off a spin.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Beverly. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. Durant with the basketball up top. Lead is 2. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. He missed it. Kyrie Irving. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Leonard. For 3. That no good. Off the mark. Irving with the basketball. Leads 4. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. George. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Irving. And the Clippers with the rebound. KD with the rock. Going to launch beyond the arc. Kevin Durant missed his first. That one goes.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Beverly into the front court, trailing by 4. And he'll head to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Even to Zubac. He's got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. And gets both to drop at the line. Kyrie across the timeline. 2-point advantage. Kawhi Leonard. Tough matchup against Durant. Fires the 3, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, 3 for 4. Good start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Entering the game for the Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Beverly into the front court. The score 12-8. To Paul George. Nice pass to get things going. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Irving. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Leonard. Count it. 3-pointer is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Nets have the basketball. Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
George. He made his first effort, but not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Nothing going here on that drive. And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. Kawhi Leonard looking good, 4 for 5.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Irving knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, man.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way, though.
Leonard. No good. Through one here at Barclays Center. The Nets out in front. Jay and I are back to Brooklyn right after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency. It was really high.
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
To Durant from long range. And the Clippers have the rebound. Paul George. And that one out of bounds off a net. George, defended by Kevin Durant. And it's Harris who's able to clear the rebound. Kevin Durant lets it go. Kevin Durant, 2-4 now.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Leonard. Here's Irving into the front court. Minute gone by in this second quarter. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. Changes coming from both sides right now.
For Brooklyn, number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie. Into the game for the Clippers, number 4.
George, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. And stuffs it home.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Durant in a matchup with Harkless. Defense making the ball handler work. Knocked loose. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Kevin Durant. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
He'll get it down low to Harrell. Works it to Harkless. And the basket good at the rim.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Nets.
George matched up with Durant. Pass stolen by the Nets.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
And a throwdown.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. George. That's good D. Shot no good. Durant across the timeline. Leads a bucket to Irving. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Leonard. Has a look. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Durant with the basketball up top. Under a minute to go before halftime. Count the basket. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 21, Patrick Beverley.
Has a chance. Beverley shot no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Beverley into the front court. Down 6. George to Leonard. EG lets it fly, and he hits.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Irving brings the ball up court. Baseline drive. Paul George snatching it out of the air. Clippers have got it. That's it for the first half, with the Nets in front. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Leonard to George. 4-3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Paul George.
Pick it up. Double.
To Leonard. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
And scores. Great body control on the step through.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Leonard. A pass stolen by the Nets. Here's a chance from long range. A scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Beverly into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Easy path to the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Irving to Durant. Clippers have it. And look out.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
Here's Durant for 2. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
Leonard. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the 3-point shot is.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Leonard to George. Lets it fly from long range. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Jordan, straight on look. Irving to Durant. Fires the 3, and Kevin Durant nails it from downtown.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Clippers have the basketball. Paul George, deep left corner. Beverly. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
DeAndre Jordan pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Beverly to Leonard. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
George to Beverly. It's Brooklyn's ball.
I got ball.
Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Ferocious slam inside. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Beverly to Leonard. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
3 quarters down. The Nets have the lead. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
For 3, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Durant here against Harkless. And the rebound taken down by Green. To Harkless. Beverly, deep right corner. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to go down.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Defense making the ball carrier work. Clippers have got it. Beverly. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Beverly. To Williams. Beverly buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
One of the most understated things a player can do for himself after having a poor first half performance, spending some time alone and saying positive words of affirmation. I like that you did that. Now you're on your way.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
Kyrie. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Nets have it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Durant to Irving. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. So the Nets hold on to the possession. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Irving to Jordan. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Leonard. Not going down here. Durant across the timeline. Lead is 2. A tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Leonard. They get it to George. Down low to Leonard. George.
Number 6, DeAndre Jordan. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Durant with the basketball up top. His team up by 1. It goes down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Leonard to Paul George. Beverly. Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together. Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Kyrie with the rock to Durant. Scores from the post.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. To George. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Paul George to Beverly. Williams to Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Irving. Got it. Timeout called here by the Clippers. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? It's the Nets who are victorious as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew.